It's been a while. I'm sorry. Life sometimes throws you lemons, and we've had a few situations here personally with family members being ill we've had to attend to. However, apologies for the lack of updates, but plenty has been going on. Now, first of all, the Helicon Mustard Professional Chronograph. It's been so warmly received. Thank you. I'm delighted to say that all of those who've pre-ordered, and that's well over 100 of you, all those watches have been delivered all over the world. Thank you so much. This project has meant so much to us. It's a big milestone. Why? Because this watch, this chronograph, has been designed, tested, and assembled here in the UK. It's allowed us to take a watch that was inspired by the British space program, the Mustard, multi-use space transport and recovery device that was never built, and we've taken that watch, that inspiration, and created a watch that does exist, and it's achieved our goal of being designed, tested, and assembled here in the UK, which has been amazing. It's not only important because it provides jobs, but it also improves our skill, our connections, and the ability for us to do things that are really different and interesting, and hopefully all at an accessible price point. I have to say a massive thank you to those people who really helped in this project. I've got to say a big thank you to Lisa, who helps manage our website, to Gavin, whose years of experience in the watch industry was invaluable and helped me put all these watches together, and also to Chris, who had just helped with technical advice and wonderful parts of this project. There is a community in British watchmaking at the moment that really is supporting each other. We share knowledge, we sell skills, we share some equipment, and it's really making a difference on what we can do. But we went further. We wanted to make this really meaningful, and we decided to make all the packaging here in the UK as well. And little did I know how significant that was. What started as a simple prototype box became in the end something quite sophisticated. And here is the finished box. Now these boxes, and it's only a box, but listen how it matters. These are produced, assembled by hand here in the UK. So the card for the box is by G.F. Smith, a 100-year-old paper merchant. The boxes are designed and assembled by Kenset, a 100-year-old fourth generation print family. The boxes take 5 people to make and take 5 companies to make. So all of it, from the foiling on the top there, and doesn't it look great, to the foam inside, is made in the UK. And the foam inside actually is really interesting. Who knew? Hydrogen spun foam spun in Scotland, cut in Kent, and just, I want you to look at the details here. Now, people in the industry said you shouldn't waste your money making a box in the UK, but have a look here. I just want you to see the precision of how this watch has cut into this case. As I said, the foam is different densities, and I don't know if you're going to see this, but if I just pull the watch out, you might be able to see the bottom of the box here, that actually even the secure part of the bottom of the box is a different foam. So that cushion sits securely, and there's all the cutouts for the pushers. It's a real example of the attention to detail, and we're only making 75 watches of these watches, 75 watches of each color. That's our limited edition run. So each watch comes in a color matched box. So if you've got the light blue watch, it comes in a light blue box, 75 of each. And it's really significant because we've made business with 5 companies, all of whom have manufacturing and engineering skills that make a difference and help us improve. So thank you to Darren, to Emma, to Caroline, who's packed each one of these watches and shipped them so successfully all over the world. And we've had amazing reviews from the USA, from Italy, from Switzerland, from Belgium, and of course the UK. And when you create a watch like this, which has taken us over 18 months to develop, let alone build, it's all those little pieces that you part, like the bidirectional bezel, like the sleeve pushers, that really make a difference. And even though this watch is already launched, I'm going to be, now I have more time, creating even more detail about this watch and how we make it. The ceramic bearings in the bezel, the case manufacturer. I was lucky enough to establish Sins after sales in the UK and Fortis's, and spend some time with Damasco in their manufacturing and learnt a lot of things, and we're bringing that into this watch. Let me have a look at this these details here. Lots of people saying hi. Hi, everyone. We are based actually just outside of London. So we're actually in Elstree. So we are literally on top of the film studios. So all those famous film studios in Elstree. And there's a real resurgence of filmmaking here. The new Paramount studios are here. There's the massive Sky studios here, and there's a lot of productions being made here. And we are surrounded by creative people. So it's really amazing to be in such a great location. So that's where we are, just on the edge of London in Elstree. Now, another important thing that I can tell you about a little is that we call this chronograph the Helicon Professional Chronograph. And we have just last week delivered our first, let's say, private label series for an institutional client. Can't say who, that's part of what we do, but it's so good that these watches are on the wrists of serving personnel around the UK. That really makes a difference to us, and it was a real privilege to be involved with this project. And that side of the Helicon Watch Company really is established quite big. So we are doing a lot of private label work. I've done work in the past with lots of units and with lots of military charities for other brands, and I'm delighted that Helicon now takes up that mantle and be working on interesting projects as we go through. Now, on the terms of numbers, everything we do is limited edition. So as I said, of these chronographs, it's 75 pieces per colour, per model, and that's it. Our master edition, the watch we've just sold, is now entirely sold out. It's gone. And I'm getting emails daily from people saying, when are we restocking it? We're not. That's not what we do. When we say limited, we mean limited. And we only made 50 pieces per colour of those watches. So all of our watches, all of our limited editions will remain limited, and that is a key to us. Now, of these watches here, and I don't have all the colours here with me, there is an iron yellow. We've got just about double figures left. The grey is doing really well at the moment, and they are selling through. We just had an order locked 10 minutes ago. So once these are sold out, they're gone. So remember that when we're Helicon, we like to be small, we like to be niche, and when we say limited, we mean limited, which I think is really important. We have plenty of projects to do. We have plenty of ideas. Danielle, my wife, and I, Danielle designs all the watches, have over 20 years of experience in the industry, and we know the next watches. We know what we're going to do. So on that note, please do join our mailing list. Those people who've pre-ordered, those existing customers on that mailing list, will get the tip-off of what's coming next, and of course all the information. And with the next project, which is going to be really significant for British watchmaking, I want you to be in at the start. I don't want you to see what we've done 6 months ago. I'm going to take you on the journey or with this new watch as we go, and I want you to see what's involved in a watch, because I think you'll be surprised how much of this engineering is ground up. We are not making watches that use generic cases or generic dials or generic looks. Everything with his watch, from the bidirectional bezel to the indices to the numerals to the hands to the bilayer dial to the pushers to the crowns to the case back, it's all custom designed for us. And when you do that in such small numbers, it takes a lot of effort, but also the right partnerships with the right people. And we work with amazing people in the industry. So if you want to see what Helicon's doing, I will be doing more regular updates as we go. Please join our mailing list, because it's there that you'll get exclusive insider access and the pre-order offers, where you can be the first to see our new range of watches, what we're doing, and be part of our project and family. And what we've learned over the last few months is how important this collaboration is. It really makes a difference. And we couldn't actually, but if we had racing cars and yachts and designer models and all of this, you'd be paying for that. We want to offer great value, really beautifully made watches, and for you to be part of our journey. So once again, if you're watching on YouTube, which you are now, please leave a comment below. Tell me what subjects you'd like to cover. I love covering general horology subjects like the Valjoux 7750. We don't actually have to be involved with it to talk about it, but it's important that I create interesting conversation and content that really matters to you. So as they say, please like, please subscribe, please share, please buy a watch, and join our mailing list. You won't see what's coming next, and I think you're going to be really, really delighted.